Okay, people, welcome to Excel. So actually, you're probably wondering why Excel and yeah, talking about cloud computing, Salesforce, and suddenly we have Excel. So yeah, what is it about? And it's about how you, as an administrator of business user or even developer, can do mass manipulation of your data. And this is actually a quote from the guy who wrote Enabler for Excel. I asked him yesterday, what was your main driver to what type of business problem you are solving? And he told me, let the user to do more in less time with less effort. And let's see how we do it. My presentation will be a demonstration, so you will see actual stuff, how you operate this app, and just a small introduction about me. So what I do. So I love community knowledge sharing, and in all shapes. I mean, really in all shapes. We do user group non-profit events with Short and Jesse. They're both here. I also participate a lot in online activities for non-profits. We have our own success community. So we have a community called Power of Us, and there are 5,000 active daily users and 99% of questions answered. And I see a lot of people that I know coming from foundations, and I really encourage you to go there to see what is going on, to ask questions, to follow the questions, to learn from discussions when different foundations ask each other, sometimes easy, sometimes really complicated questions. I also, it happened in my life that I was one time immigrant and one time expat. I spoke 4 languages. Unfortunately, I was lazy to learn Dutch, but hopefully next presentation will be in Dutch next year. Salesforce MVP. So Salesforce MVP, it's a little bit exciting, and it's not celebrity status, I would say.
Not yet.
Not yet.
So you don't feel different. I feel different.
I will tell you why, because when I got this Salesforce MVP recognition, I also got a job offer in the same day, and I was really sick, and suddenly my Twitter like exploded. All kind of people started congratulate me, so it was it was not complete till actually I signed a new job offer, and because it was like a combination of things. And now I'm really like happy. I'm starting a new job in a week for a Council of International Schools in Leiden. I will be doing a transformation from Microsoft Dynamics to Salesforce, Pardot, Community Cloud, Quip maybe, yeah. I'm a big fan of Trailhead, and we also started recently a really funny thing. We have an event called Trailhead Saturday morning. It's bi-weekly. What we do, we come to the Amsterdam cafe, we get some tea, coffee, and we just relax for 3-4 hours doing a Trailhead.
It's the best. The best morning activity you have.
No, it is. It is.
We just started, so a group is really small, but I think it's the people who came really enjoyed it, because it's really informal. You can chat about all kinds of Salesforce things and outside of Salesforce world. I also have ideas that people can come with children. So I brought last time my daughter. She was so excited to enjoy 2 hours of cartoons on iPad and somebody bringing cakes all the time. So yeah. So if you want to come, you have a child, you're interested to do Trailhead as a group, and it's really fun.
Even if you don't have a child, child's optional.
Yeah. please come. I also have some Salesforce certification. It was really fun because most of them about enterprise Salesforce, not really something that's used by foundation, but it's a really good idea to do any certification. And if you think about it, yeah, I also encourage to talk to people and see who is interested and maybe organize small study group and do it together. Another thing that I'm doing, I just started to do, I write a small blog on Salesforce.org. Who knows Salesforce.org? Yeah. So Salesforce.org is a Salesforce Foundation. It's a separate entity. And this entity deals with the 1-1-1 model. Who knows about 1-1-1 model? Brilliant. Yeah, and I'm writing a series of interviews. What I do, I interview ISVs around the world who do something with nonprofits. And it means they have affordable offer, or they provide free services, or they give discount. Yeah, there is a link. You can go and see what we are talking about. Actually, I asked them why they are doing, and my idea just to encourage ISVs around the world to contribute more. And I have to just put 2 hobbies to make it more, this presentation more human. So yeah, one hobby, I love Moroccan cuisine, so I do a lot of tagine. So if anybody needs a good recipe for the weekend, send me a message. And another thing that I just started to learn is visual communication. It's actually how to express your idea or information in pictures. And then it can be sketchnoting, it can be mind mapping, and this is what I learned in the moment. You can find me on Twitter. I actually started to tweet 8 months ago. I was really skeptic what Twitter can do, but in Salesforce ecosystem, it can mean a lot. You can get, you can ask questions. You can find the most innovative blog articles. You can connect to people. It's amazing. So I really encourage you to use Twitter. Enable Excel demo. So this is actually a screenshot of something I did. I have at home a big wall. It's actually whiteboard and magnetic wall, and I did this. It's not really visual communication, but just I wrote what I'm going to present. I hope my wife when she came home, yeah, she can understand and yeah, and I can still get home today. So we are talking about enabler for Excel. It's an Excel connector for Salesforce. And we go through all these items. Actually, I will show you how you do things. Let's start. I will be switching between my Mac and virtual machine. So if there is any problem, please excuse me. So first thing, run reports directly in Excel and do updates too.
Why do you need a virtual machine?
Because Excel, it's a Microsoft product. So it's not working really on Excel for Macintosh.
No, we are Mac-based company. What do we do?
So you install Parallels. You install Parallels, and you run. Okay. So this is how enable for Excel looks like. It's a plugin for Excel, and it has set of icons. And now we are going to look on reports. So this is how you have this menu to get a let me see. Okay. So this is how you can get a list of all reports from your actual Salesforce, and you see them in Excel.
Now we know why you need to learn Dutch.
Yeah. Now you know why I need to learn Dutch. So what happens now? We got data from specific Salesforce report inside of Excel, and then from this moment we can actually manipulate this data. We can do any type of native Salesforce filtering, and I just will demonstrate how you can do update directly from data you get from reports. So I would say president. I will just change small things. I can change name. And this is how you go. You do update. Wait a second.
Sergey, can you increase the screen resolution on it? See what kind of boxes you're clicking into.
Let me see.
Yeah, but that's just that doesn't increase all the buttons. If you increase the resolution, then you can see all the buttons better.
I'm not sure we can increase it, basically.
If you tap shift, no, what is it again?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Much better.
Oh.
Brass.
Oh. Okay. Wait.
Magnified. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
We're just going to shout things.
Okay.
You lost the ID.
Okay.
Escape.
Yay!
Woo! So looks good. So this is a report. We got reports from Salesforce, and we want to change any data, and we can do it because we have ID, and this is how we actually update. So we select several records. We can do the same update for a selection or all. You get a small warning screen. You select object you want to update. On this screen, you have actual mapping of fields, and most of the fields auto-mapped. You can see here. So what we are doing, we have a report which includes contact and account data, and we just want to update contact records. Okay. We deselect mobile phone because we don't have value, and
That's a great tool.
wait a second. Yeah, we need to deselect account. So it shows you what exactly will be updated. And yeah, data is inside. How we can check it? We can check it very easy. You just select contact ID, and we say open in Salesforce. So yeah, you see that we changed the name. But think about that you can do this manipulation for 10,000 or 20,000 records, and
Is there a row limit, Sergey?
Huh?
Is there a row limit?
I have a slide about limits. Wait, I have a slide about limits. So what it means, actually, any Salesforce report becomes available in Excel file, and you can use power of Excel to do any manipulation and also update data back. Questions?
Yeah. How does it deal with failure? Let's say you're updating 10,000 records and probably one of them failed.
Yeah.
Does it roll back everything, or does it update the 19,999?
It follow Salesforce loader pattern, so it will update all successful, and you will get error for failure. And I will show example. Actually, I will fail, and you will see where you see the error. So it doesn't treat data as a batch update. So whatever is updated. And it's, of course, it can influence if you do things, you create accounts, and after that contacts, and if account fail, you need to make sure that you don't push contacts for accounts that has error. So yeah. Yeah.
This does not have the 2000 record limits?
No. This doesn't have 2000 record limits.
Because what does have the 2000 record?
Yeah.
When you can have in Salesforce, you know that you only see 2000 records if you run a report. Otherwise, it says export to Excel.
Yeah.
But if you have Excel 2016 or whatever, you can just have a data connection to Excel. So you open a report in Excel. You always get the first 2000 records and not more.
Okay.
So what I've been doing is kind of filtering and 2000 here, 2000 below, 2000 below to do something in Excel. But this can do it all in one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what you're gonna do tomorrow.
I'm
make this one as a first thing, or maybe tonight.
I don't know if I can install this, but let's have it.
Wow. System admin.
Yes.
So you do all of this based on reports, right? So you need to have the reports exactly like you have them here to be able to.
It's one of the options, but we will see also on SQL how you can do it by creating a query via wizard, or if you are really technical, you can put directly SQL and get any type of Salesforce representation of data. So if it's linked, so you can link together, and I will show you an example.
If you already have the file exported by CSV, you can still use it, because then you can remap the data. It's a question, it's not a statement.
Yeah, you can open, whatever you open in Excel becomes available. And of course, we just looked on data we get from Salesforce, but if you want to push data, it's very similar, and we will see an example. Let me see how I can go back to my presentation, because it's it's a good question, because so enabler Excel has two variations. One variation is enterprise admin, where you have full power. So you need to know what I'm doing basically. So you can delete data, you can create a mess if you are. But another option is also there is an app when you as administrator, you configure the app and you give to a business user, and business user just pushes buttons. They don't do technical stuff, and then you can limit risk that they can do any harm on your data. So yeah, let me just switch. So reports. Next item. Let me see what we have next. Update, delete Salesforce data the way you would use Excel regularly. Filtering, VLOOKUPs, any formula. And be lazy. Use ASAP. You will see what is ASAP basically. ASAP is a Salesforce plugin created by a Dutch company. This plugin is donated to non-profits, and for commercial use it costs, I think, 20 euros, something like that. Just get to my enable for Excel, and second, sorry for troubles with the magnifier. Let's see. Let me just close it. Oh yeah, we are back. Yeah. Okay. So in this example, can you see wizard? So it's actually a wizard to build SQL queries. So you can do it in two ways. You can just manipulate. This is how you start. You select object. On the left side, you select fields. You can also drill down to objects which are up in hierarchy of relationship. And in this case, I just do very simple query on account. Yeah, nothing special. And now I want to show you what you can do. So first of all, enable of Excel know how to recognize pick list and dependable relationship between pick list. Also multi-select. So you have pick list, relate dependent multi-select. It will do something like that. So you cannot actually put any value which is not expected here. And now, can you see this? Let me just filter out. Do you recognize this type of issue with your data when you have a little bit space, or for example, you have a name of company in lowercase, and imagine that you have a 100 or 1,000 records with this style. Of course, you can use the native Salesforce formula to do it, but when I'm saying be lazy and do it with ASAP utility, it's actually a set of functions to do manipulation of your data, and this is how you can do it. You get data into Excel, you go here, you select column, you go to text, and you say delete leading, trailing, and excessive spaces. And when you click on it, what it does, it just make it nice, one space. Another example, you want to say that your company should be uppercase. You go here and you say start each word with uppercase. Boom. So imagine if you have a data and you want to be consistent, you want to have standards how you keep this data. This is how you can actually in a couple of hours fix all kind of data issues. If you send official letter, for example, and you use a field as a merge, you want to look it nice. Otherwise, it can hurt reputation. So yeah, and this is how we do this type of manipulation. We go here again, and we do update.
It saves a lot of time, of course. Instead of writing the formulas yourself in Excel, you just click the.
And now we're coming to the question that let me just go here on next. No dealing with CSV files. What it means that all the data we keep in Excel, and it means also when we close our Excel file and we reopen, we still have all queries mapped to every single sheet stored. So it means that you actually create templates for your data, how you manipulate it. So you can create a set of files for different purpose. And actually you forget about CSV files, and there is a configuration option where you can enable and you can store success and error messages in separate CSV file. So, and here we see example. We did update, so we always get result in the same place where we do our database manipulation. So here we have a result, we have a updated ID, and we have time. Okay. And in case of error, let me just introduce some error. I think there is a limit on company name, so just you will see what you will get here. Update selected. Oh.
Type even more.
What if you try to update, you made a mistake and you update the wrong object? You're gonna add it there.
So first of all, let me just go again, and you will see. I will go quickly through this screen. So there are these small screens which you can actually disable, but they are explaining you. Listen, you are going to update data. Pay attention. So if you start tomorrow, if you start tomorrow, please read every single screen. After that, just disable after 1 week. But pay attention, because you have full power on your data. Yeah.
So your answer is yes, you would update whatever you're gonna update there. You just create some object trying to match as.
So there are several stages. One stage, it shows you, it explains you that you're going to update real data. Second stage, you actually do mapping. There is automap, but you need to verify that automap is working correctly, because sometimes, you cannot trust 100% automapping, but you need to verify that. And on the last step, when you click update, it tells you are going to update 5, 10, 20,000 records, and of course. But if
And if you export the report from Excel to build automatically save the reversion so that you can revert to it when you actually do your role uploads.
Say it again.
So if you say you download the report from Salesforce, will it save a separate version of that report so you can revert if you wrongly update?
No, you need to keep this backup manually. Yeah, it doesn't do it.
It would be a nice feature.
Yeah, just small out of this demo about nice feature. Actually, this company, it's a small company, 5 people working on several products, and enable for Excel their like key product, and they are really responsive. They release I think new features every 2 weeks. So one of the settings you can see that there is updated set of things, and yeah, they developed based on my request several features. So yeah, what it means, you can tomorrow you get Excel, you crash your client data in KLM, and you call enable in Excel and say introduce automatic versioning.
When the planes start dropping from the sky, you know.
Yeah. So.
Sergey, you know you're not going to have time to do all of this then.
No, it's I'm going faster from now. So next one. Update data, use names instead of IDs. Did you do related data import into Salesforce? Have you done? When you create first account, you load accounts. After that, you need to load the contacts, connect them. So this is how you do it in this environment. Let me just quickly show you. So here we have contacts. I just already did the query. This is you can see an example what we actually query, and we say that we want to insert 20,000 new contacts. So this is just a single example. I'll create a row. I copy existing contact here, put there. I remove ID. I change name. So we're talking about inserting data and automatically connecting a contact to account. Select. There is a small setting saying use names to identify records. And now we do update. Update selected. Contact. We have all these warning screens. And here we have our contact. We just have a first last name, account name, and we use account. I think you should just sit closer, Paul. So what we did actually, we create contact and we say insert contact and map and connect this contact to existing account in Salesforce. And we identify account by name. We don't identify by external ID or Salesforce ID. What it means, your account should be unique in the system. If you have duplicated accounts with the same name, it will pick random. So assumptions that you have clean data, you have unique account names, and now we will see how these contacts goes. Oh. Oh, of course I didn't. So this is example how you will get error back on operation. So it's really intuitive. You don't need to open log files and search in log files. You immediately see what's the problem. Of course, I'm updating, but I am supposed to do insert. So yeah, insert, selected. Oh. Yeah. Insert, selected. Again, contact, warning, reference. You see here reference. Okay. Operation result. Okay. Let's say because we have ID here, we can open it immediately in Salesforce. We open this contact, and we see that it's automatically related to accounts that we specified by name. So name, yeah, it's just example between contact accounts, but if you have the different type of model, you can use it to do this type of thing. Next. Because the most cool stuff will come soon. Trust me, today we are looking on around maybe 20% on functionality. So you can imagine what you can do if you spend effort on learning this tool. This is this item just to talk about. Work with any records as you want, no limits. Yes, of course. Only limits is Excel limits, and I just to put small notes to remember what are the limits. It's 1,048,576 rows and 16,384 columns. So this is the limit.
That would be an interesting object. Custom object with 16,000 fields.
No, it's rows. It's a data.
Yeah,
it's a
rows.
data. column. So this is limitation. So if you and how enabler Excel will deal with this limitation? It has status bar. So if you deal on huge volume of data, you do update or insert, it will show you visually where you are in the process. So if it takes 20 minutes, you will see progress bar showing you where you are. Okay. The power of doing full SQL to get data. Yeah.
How stable is it?
Very stable. I was using it for the last 2 years. No. I mean, like type of operation system or memory thing.
When you do an update of records,
it does by batches 200, so you can see that.
Can you configure that?
I recommend to use 200, but it's configurable here. Yeah. So you can experiment, but recommendation is to use 200 batches.
Yeah. But if it's stable, that's the most important.
Yeah, I use it. I use it very often on volume around like several thousand records, max 5, 6, 7. But I assume it works okay. About SQL to get child and parent data. Let me show you because I have here already prepared example. I think it's here. So this is how you can go from opportunity. You can go to the campaign. You can go to price book. You can go and combine all of the things in one query. You can get it. So it means that you can go 5 levels up in hierarchy and 1 level down. And I will show you also 1 level down how it looks like. Let's see. This is example. Oh yeah, my query disappeared from Wizard, but in this example I was querying account and all related all related contacts. So this result shows you a list of contacts and accounts, but query was actually on account. Let me go next. So bulk convert leads. You can convert leads into accounts in contact in bulk mode. I will skip this item. Yeah.
The 1 level down.
Yeah.
So you can use it as sort of a wallet. So I have contact account with so many opportunities. I load it into Excel, and then I would like to have the highest the opportunity with the highest value. I want to write down that value into a field in account. It can be manipulated in Excel and then updated.
Of course, the idea behind this tool that you can actually overcome the limits of Salesforce. So you can get, for example, advanced scenario. You can get 2 reports. You can look up these reports via Excel functionality. You can create pivot table, or you can create a data table based on combination of things which are not possible in Salesforce. And then you can push that back, or you can just have it in Excel view. Did anyone have a need to do a bulk lead conversion here in this room? No? Leads. So you have capability to select 100 leads and do mass conversion instead of going to Salesforce. You do it one by one. Translate your Salesforce UI from Excel. Did you work with the translation of Salesforce, anyone?
Yes.
Okay, brilliant. So it's a feature that was released last week. It's called the translation workbench. What it does? You click. So you have two options. You have export from Salesforce and import from Salesforce. If you click export from Salesforce, you get list of all languages. Okay. Wait, I have solution for that. Need to switch. Log out. Log in. Export. So here we're looking on a non-profit success pack. It comes by default with all these languages, so it means that as a user you can switch to any of these languages. Now we select Italian for Georgia specifically. You click export. What it does, it creates several columns with all translation data, and if you want to do another language, you copy it, you translate specific labels, you change one row with the language ID, and you import it. So instead of going to Salesforce and going through multiple screens and searching all these labels, you just have everything in one place.
No, they're still on time. Okay, so really to that because it's so good. Wow.
It's reading the data, and let me show you what left here. We have two really cool items: mass uploading attachment to Salesforce and mass downloading documents from Salesforce. Yeah, so this is really cool because imagine that you, with time of your org, you collect all kind of attachments, in your storage is growing, and Salesforce saying you buy extra. So what you do?
Buy extra.
You come to user group meeting, you get tool like that, you learn it a little bit, and you can actually download all attachments from Salesforce which are not needed, and delete them after that, and have a nice copy stored on your drive or cloud. Huh? Yeah, I'll show you.
And Salesforce is not inviting us anymore.
So this is the result of translation. Translation workbench. Look, just let me. Okay, and it was Italian. Let me see, Italian, something Italian. Wait a second.
So it's Giorgio's job to translate it. Oh, that's why. Thanks. So that's the source file that's then got to be translated.
There is no translation. I don't see translation in Italian here.
Into the translation in French. It's not translated yet.
They created a language, but then they put everything in English.
No, there is master. There is master. There is a master label and there is translation. So you always have master label. So this is label in English, and on this side we should have translation.
They created the language. That's my job. Sorry, guys.
So, and when you translate, basically what you need to do, you go here and say import, and you click import button, and of course you test it in Sandbox, but yeah, you should have all translation inside of Salesforce. I'm also now looking if it's possible to do automatic translation, connecting to maybe Google Translator and do English label, any label, to any language label, and yeah, I'm going to test it to see how it works. Yeah. Attachments. Attachments. Let me just move between. I think I have a problem with several buttons. Wait a second. Okay. Okay. So this is example how we actually upload attachment into Salesforce. So we have a physical path to the file. We have a name file, and we have parent ID. There are two ways now how you can attach files into Salesforce. One is attachment, and another is files. If you know the difference, there are two different ways how you can store attachment, and files is actually the newest one, and this is on the Salesforce roadmap to support files, because it allows you to link also files from multiple cloud storages. So imagine here we have a parent ID is actually an object ID in Salesforce. So if you want to insert 100 attachments, we create this simple input file. We select row. We say insert selected. We have attachment object. By default, everything auto mapped. We click OK. Okay, invalid cross reference. If I know why, give me a second, because I already have, I think, this attachment. Let me just open in Salesforce and delete it. Maybe I deleted account. So let me. Yeah, switch org. Oh, okay. Log out. Yeah.
How do you know the parent ID?
So parent ID is object ID. So if I want to attach to opportunity account contact, I need to get this ID. Okay. Now I select again, insert, selected, attachment, okay, proceed. Okay, so I get result, and I can open Salesforce, and I can see attachment. Okay, so I can see attachment in account. So imagine that you generate letters in another system, and you want to see copy of this letter in your Salesforce. You can potentially probably automate this also to script Excel, how you can create this file, and Excel can enable for Excel can actually push this data automatically. Now, the last scenario, we are looking how we actually download files. And in this case, it's download is so we have one setting where we specify location where to download files, and download is driven by actually query. So this is example how you will query all files, attachments stored for specific in this case account. So this ID is important. So it means that if you want to get out of Salesforce all attachments for 10,000 accounts, you need to generate this type of query. And of course, it can have in operator instead of, so it just will be one query. We say execute. And if you go to our attachment storage, we will see file downloaded. But it's not end of the story. You need to go and delete them. So you need to use a delete operation to get to delete files from Salesforce. Let me. Let me see. So you see object ID in the beginning of file name. Let me just again query. So it combines ID in this case, ID, name of and the body in the name of the file generated. So basically, you can create files that you can recognize to which account it belongs. So if you store it somewhere, you can easily find them. Yeah. Features that I'm not showing, but they exist. You can do merge contact leads and accounts, and the merge potentially not 2 but 20, 100 together.
You don't have the manual choices like you have Salesforce.
You have a choice where you say who is winning. So if you select 20 contacts, you need to say who is winning, and you can say also from which record you want to get specific field. Okay. This refresh button, whatever you already queried and it exists in specific sheet, and you want to refresh because Salesforce data can change via UI, so user can change data. You click a refresh button, it refreshes all sheets inside of your workbook. You have also things like a conversion of ID. You can also see how a specific field utilized in your instance. For example, I want to see which records in my org have type field populated. This is how I do it. Okay, so it shows me I think this. So we have 254 accounts. So 3 of them has type populated, and this is I think percentage of populated records.
Sorry to interrupt you. We are going to run into a time. We did have a discussion.
Yeah. So let me. I think I'm done. Just give me 2 minutes to talk about alternatives.
Yeah.
So alternative is a very similar tool from company called Aptus. So Aptus. So they have different philosophies. They say we are building user experience in Excel, and what they mean by that, they're building really business focused apps which do mass manipulation of data. So they have a nice buttons, they have a really polished interface. You don't deal with any technicality, you just have an app. You get this, you give this app to the user, and user start working. And this is examples of type of apps they have. So they have app for quote in Excel, and this is example what this app exactly does. So they found that in Salesforce UI it takes too much time to do the things, and just they created much easy way, and they sell it as a app. They have a really unique feature when they have in Salesforce button, and you click on that button, and it sends data to, I think it's to cloud instance of Excel to do formula calculations, because Salesforce engine, Excel engine is much sophisticated, and it returns data back. So you have button on your Salesforce UI, click button, and you have, for example, financial fields, and all data is actually calculated outside of Salesforce and coming back. It's difficult to get an idea about pricing from them because it's different packages. I think it's a good app to look on it if you are interested. There is all these apps originated from a Force.com Excel connector, which was developed by community a long time ago, but they stopped to support it in 2015, and it's using really old APIs. There is a link to look what it does. And this is last slide. So yeah,